Hi, my name is India Reed. I participated in the parent engagement workshop with TAP at Central Catholic.
My name is Tiffany Nix, and I participated in Central Catholic Parent Engagement Workshop.
I'm Marsha Wade, and I had the pleasure of participating in the Parent Engagement Workshop.
What did you like specifically about the workshop and why?
I think it gave parents a good opportunity for their voices to be heard, in addition to the plethora of information that was provided to us. I also liked that there were administrators in on the call. I felt that that would be helpful for them to gauge with parents and to get some valuable feedback, because when you're so ingrained in a situation, it's hard to think outside of the box. So just getting feedback from others can be helpful.
I really enjoyed the workshop because it was very engaging. The information that we discussed would be helpful for parents with children who attended any number of different schools, whether it's public schools, private, Catholic, anything like that. So I thought it was very engaging.
I really just like the fact that you even had a workshop, because over the summer I was in contact regularly about my concerns, about the different, the climate that we were living in, the Black Lives Matter protests. And I was really concerned about the environment that the boys would be coming back to school in. And I was really concerned that, when are we going to talk? How are we going to make sure that everything is nice and calm when they come in there? There's not any kind of tensions. And he assured me that he was going to do something of this nature. And I'm just so happy that it's come to fruition. And I think it was an ultimate success. I just loved the impact. I liked being able to talk to different parents, and we had synergy, and we had we were able to talk about our issues and our concerns about our kids and how we're dealing with, COVID and living at home and remote. It was much needed, and I really appreciated it.
Do you have any specific feedback for Dr. Amy Alexander or Mr. Todd Pipkin?
No, but I do have a suggestion, and I don't know if this is something that they do or something that Central or any other school would be interested in. I actually think, I'm an educator myself, and I felt like the content would be very good for a professional development session for teachers, because parent engagement can be scary for a teacher. So I think that it would have been helpful for them to hear the same information.
I am so proud of Todd. I watched him grow up. He used to be my neighbor. So it was awesome just to see him today. He was so poised and professional. He's just an awesome young man. I loved his stories. I thought his stories were so relatable, and it just really spoke to his heart. And I just I would have liked to also hear a perspective from a non-athlete, to hear about their path and how they were able to make their way and find a good fit at Central as well. And Dr. Alexander, I loved her. I just thought she was awesome. I loved her transparency, and I loved the stories she shared with us. I just thought they were both very relatable.
For Mr. Pipkin and Dr. Alexander, I wouldn't change anything. They were very down to earth, which was one of the points that they brought out, especially like with educators communicating with parents, speaking in a way that we could all relate to. I like the presentation, the activities, the breakout groups. It made it much more interesting than the typical Zoom call where someone is just going through slides on a PowerPoint.
If you were to recommend TAP Expert Educational Consortium to, let's say, your best friend or another organization, what would you say?
I would say it's a resource that many of us may not be aware is out there, and it's something that's very useful, especially if you are a parent wanting to find ways to be more involved with your children's school. It's an opportunity for people to be able to be comfortable to speak about their concerns. If they have good things they want to say about the school, it's open for that. And you don't have to feel uncomfortable if you're saying something that is really going to be helpful for the relationship between the parents and the educators and the children.
I would say that the presenters are very knowledgeable and very engaging, and had a great background to be able to share with parents, and to give maybe a different perspective from what we think as a parent with certain experiences. So I think it's worthwhile and to invest in the time to listen to them speak.
I think TAP would be a great recruiting tool for any parent who was interested in going to Central. I loved how they had the video. It was kind of like a day in the life of a student at Central. And I just think that for parents who aren't sure about Central or just, the Catholic experience, I just liked how they took us through the day. They showed you walking through the hallways and all that in the introduction film that they had. I thought they were very energetic and authentic and encouraging facilitators. And I loved how they were able to get us tired parents engaged. Because they were able to pull us out and we're sitting here, okay, and like, no, I don't hear you. So I just thought, I really thought they did a great job.
Do you have any other suggestions or feedback about the workshop that you would like to share?
I would hope that we would do it again. I think it's something that would be useful at least twice a year, like maybe start at the beginning of the year, and when people would bring their concerns about things they may not know or things they may be confused about, put some things together, give us some advice on how to proceed in certain situations, and then meet again at another point in the year to see what was successful, or if there was anything that we could work on.
I think that we should have some kind of engaging interaction like this at least once a quarter. I think it's much needed, and I just thought it was such a good experience. I really liked it, and I thought you all were engaging. You brought us together. I just loved all the videos. I just like how you mixed it up. I loved the breakout room. I thought the breakout room was amazing because I met 2 new parents that I had never seen at school before. And I just think that's a great way, while we're, in a COVID, for parents to have an opportunity to talk to each other.
Well, some feedback, I thought it was really great to interact with parents in small groups, because I think that small group was also valuable just to be safe, and so to speak, with not such a large group. Mm-hmm. So I think that feedback is good for them to keep doing. And I know in a real session, when you're face-to-face, that's hard to do. So that's been a benefit of COVID and Zoom, is to allow those small breakout sessions. Thank
you so much for taking the time to speak with us and give us feedback on the workshop. And we're definitely going to take your suggestions and your recommendations and everything into consideration. So that is greatly appreciated.
Thank you. I hope to see you guys again.
Okay.
And commiserate.
Well, thank you very much for taking the time to give the feedback on the workshop as well as TAP, and we appreciate it, and hopefully we'll see this again and see some of the changes and listen to what you all suggested.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, LaShonda. I really appreciate you even taking the time to do this.